So I don't know how many of you have a garage at your house, but certainly you probably have little cars, okay? So this one is, you want to teach the children maybe quickly how to count. So they're numeracy skills, right? So you want them to tell you how many cars are here. How many cars do you think are here? 7? Okay. How do you know there's 7? So you have to get them to come down on the floor with you. Can I have another volunteer? Hawea, you want to come over here? Okay, can you help me count the cars? Wow, look at that. She counted 7 cars and they all fit in the container. So you can teach them volume, you can teach them how many cars will fit in a container. You can do that with Duplo blocks as well. So with these cars, okay, she's counted them. Well, if I put them in a different pattern, will there still be the same amount of cars? So if I put them in that sort of pattern in a line that way, okay, you can get the children to count them, because sometimes when you move things around, they may change the number, right? If I were to put the cars in a big pile, you can ask the child, how many cars do you think are in the pile? They may say 3, or they may say 10. Well, you have to get them to come down here and count them again, okay? All right. So you don't want them just to do it by memory. You don't want them to see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, right? You want them to show you that they understand what is 3, what is 4, what is 7, okay? So they're learning how to count. They're learning their numbers, their numeracy skills. So that's a cognitive skill as well. Thanks, Hawea. Okay, the other thing that you can do with some children, and I'm sure that you've probably done this in your home, is you can race your cars across the floor, right? So, can I have another volunteer quickly? Okay, Samira. Which car would you like, Samira?
The yellow one.
You would like the yellow car, okay. So come on over here, and you be the yellow car, and I'll be the blue car. So she's already identified the cars by color. Okay, Samira, let's start at the line here.
Okay.
And when I say 1, 2, 3, go, can you push your car across the floor? Okay?
Yes.
1, 2, 3, go. Okay, so what you can do with this is you can actually, for older children, measure the distance of how far the car has traveled. So you can use something like, where did it go? You can use a measuring tape, okay, and measure the distance from one point to the other. Or if you don't have a measuring tape, you can use a ruler, okay? And you can measure from the point that you started off with the car over to where the car went, okay? So they're learning cognitive skills like math skills. They're learning about distance, okay? They're learning measurement. They're learning speed, because I think my car went a little faster. They're learning the concepts of fast and slow, okay? So you can do that with some of your cars as well. Thank you, Samira. And then, again, what you can do is Samira's car was yellow and mine was blue. And so you can graph how far the car went on the floor too, okay? And lastly, what we're going to talk about is blocks. How many people have blocks in their homes? Yeah, it's a pretty common thing. So, what are some of the things you can do with the blocks? If you're teaching them how to count with the blocks, if you're teaching them the shapes of the blocks, if you're teaching them colors of the blocks, those are all cognitive skills as well. Okay? So again, rectangular block, 2 long sides, 2 short sides. Triangle, it's not just called a triangle because this is what the shape is called, it's because it's got 3 sides. Okay? and so on and so forth. Okay, so what you can do too is, again, you can give them the blocks and you can see if they can build something. If it topples over, it's cause and effect. When they're building with blocks, it's fine motor skills. Also, it's hand-eye coordination. Okay, when you give them some blocks and you add in some farm animals, what can the blocks become? You can make a farm, right? With the exotic animals, you can make a zoo, right? So you can change it up a little bit. So one day you may just have blocks, but you introduce some exotic animals and all of a sudden it becomes a zoo, and you can talk about the animals and so on, the different kinds of animals, okay? They may be making something out of a block, and it doesn't have to be always a tower. It doesn't have to be a house. It doesn't have to be a castle and so on. In their mind, they may have a preconceived idea that their blocks and that shape of blocks can be a dragon. And if they perceive or if they think and they imagine that it's a dragon, then it's a dragon to them. Don't say, oh no, that looks like a house to me. No, they've made a dragon because they're using their imagination and they're trying to be creative. That's all part of using their brain and developing their cognitive skills. Okay.